Welcome to another episode of Sim Saturdays where we create Sims. Today I'm doing another challenge that I was a little surprised I haven't done on this channel yet. I'm doing the Toddler to Adult challenge today. So, it is just as it sounds. You create a Sim, which is a toddler, and then you age them up into an adult and then see what they look like as an adult. So, this is the Sim we're working with here, and let's see what we can do with you. Alright, I'm gonna first randomize his name. Rudy. Okay, I feel like I do Rudy all the time though. Jax. We'll go with Jax. Bledsoe. Jax Bledsoe. I feel like this shouldn't be on a toddler. I like that hair. I like that hair. We're gonna go with that, and then... Sure, I'll make him a blonde. I'll make him a blonde. Why not? Alright, I like that. And then, give him some of these eyebrows. I like it. I like it. I do. Alright, let's see. Okay, these eyes are very big. Okay, that could work. Let's give him some big blue eyes. And then I'm gonna move these up a little, like so. Let's give him that nose. Could work. Maybe a little bigger. Okay. And then as for his mouth shape, I feel like I want it to be a little bigger, honestly. Maybe not that big, but okay, no. He should not. Ugh, he should not have that either. Okay, I think it was fine before, actually. All right, we're gonna go with that, and then we're gonna move on to his clothing. Ooh, I kind of like this. Ooh, the starfish shirt. Starfish shirt is really cool. All right, this part isn't really necessary to the entire plot of this, but you know, I enjoy doing all the outfits anyway, so we're gonna go with it. Alright, let's go with that. And then his pants. Ooh, the big stripy pants. The stripy shorts. I like the stripy shorts. Alright, I like the stripy shorts. We're gonna go with that. And then for his shoes, I'm noticing I have a lot of new stuff here, because I don't usually do toddler Sims. They're usually young adults. So, the pink socks are cute. Okay, I'm gonna go with those. And then, yeah, I don't think this really matters either, but, you know, I'm gonna do it anyway. Let's just randomize and see what we get here. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good as is. Let's give him, should I give him red? I'm gonna give him red, and then for this, I'm gonna give him some more red. Why not? Let's just make him all red for his formal wear. Why not? All red. All right, and then for sleepwear, why do all of his default outfits have him without pants? Why is he wearing no pants? I feel like I'm doing the the random genetics challenge, and I'm getting the female Sim with the no pants on every single time. For those who don't know, the first 3 random genetics challenges I did on this channel, the female Sim ended up with no pants. They just had underwear on, that was it. So that feels like what's happening here again. Alright, so that looks good. Now let's get him some pants. Oh, should they match? Matching is boring though. Okay, we could do the same pattern, just different color. I like that. Alright, party wear. And he did it again! Of course he did! Ooh, oh, I like that. I like that. Yeah, let's go with the fish. And then we'll give him... There aren't any shorts for party wear, apparently. But do I bear striking resemblance to someone who gives a potato about what The Sims considers party wear? I do not think so! Sorry, Kane Calica kind of took over for a minute. I don't know why. Okay, that looks good. Alright, so up next we have swimwear. Oh, okay. Let's go with the stripies. And the other stripies. Okay, it's a little too matchy. That's good. That's not quite as matchy, so we'll go with that. And yeah. Alright, hot weather. Hot weather is next. And you should be wearing your light blue. Or does this come in patterns? Oh, it does. Okay. I still like this one, though. I still like that one. Alright, so we'll have him in his light blue, button up. That's what they're called. I can words, okay? Alright, and then the gray pants, or the gray shorts, I guess. And then, kind of like these shoes. I just don't know what color I want to use. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. And then we shall give him... Are these really the only socks in the entire... Okay. That's really the only type of socks in the entire thing. Wow. I would not have guessed that. I thought there were more than that. There are not. I guess maybe that's in kids instead of toddlers, you know? Okay. That looks good. And finally, cold weather. I kind of like the hat. Blue. Let's give him the blue. And then we'll give you the... we'll give you the panda. We'll give you the panda sweater. And then... the star pants. And... let's give you these shoes. Why not? And let's go with maybe these shoes. Okay, that looks good. And then for socks, we'll just go with that. Alright. Alright, so this is Jax Bledsoe. I have copied him over so he doesn't turn into the default sim again. And we're going to see how he looks as a young adult. Alright. Because I did this before. And he ended up turning into the default sim that had originally happened. I was like, I don't like that. I don't like how that looks. Or that's not really what I'm going for with this challenge. So, you know, I saved him to the gallery, and now we're doing it again, and hopefully we get a different result this time. So let's see. Jax Bledsoe as a young adult looks like. Okay. Oh my. Oh, his eyes got big. His eyes are big. He kept the really gigantic eyes. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But this is okay. This is good. The outfit is a little crazy. I do like the glasses. The glasses are cool. Yeah, I was not expecting him to keep the giant blue eyes, but you know, it works, I guess. Alright, his formal wear. My God, what did I do to you? What did I do to you? I'm so sorry, Jack. He's got really big eyes, and I know I usually like the big eyes, but these are like big eyes. Alright, athletic wear. Okay. The outfit's not too bad. You know what? Actually looking at the eyes now, they don't actually look that crazy. They're just big, you know? Okay, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Alright, his sleepwear. His sleepwear is pretty alright. I don't know if I've ever used this shirt before, but it's a cool one. Alright, party wear. Okay, this is not the result I would have chosen, but you know, it still works. I'm not complaining about it. I think it looks fine. Alright, for swimwear, why did all of his outfits end up with this like eyeliner? I don't know if I like that. Okay, so just like the last one, with the default sim in the last one was all muscly in the final form, and looks like he's all muscly too, so it all comes full circle. Jax was just destined to be muscly, you know? This is just the path the game chose for him. Alright, for hot weather. Oh, wow, okay. These are two very different looking patterns, but they work really well together, honestly. I like that. And again, eyeliner. Stop with the eyeliner. Just stop. Alright. And finally, his cold weather. I'm not sure I like these pants, but the rest of it looks fine. Alright. I'd say Jax turned out alright in the end. I still wasn't expecting him to keep the giant blue eyes, and those eyebrows are crazy, but you know. Oh, and he's got a hearing aid. I hadn't noticed that before. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna call it a win. I think it turned out pretty good in the end. Alright, so that was the Toddler to Adult challenge. I think it turned out really cool in the end. So this is how Jax ended up. This is how Jax was originally, and this is Jax as a young adult. I'm still a little surprised that he kept the giant eyes, but you know, I like it. Alright, so that's going to do it for this week's episode of Sim Saturdays. I will see you guys next week when we create even more Sims. Until then, keep being creative.